Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for your overall energy for this new moon in Taurus, the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is telling a story about your old self-vision, self-image, sense of self-perception that has been based on some very difficult experiences you've had of being abandoned, of being relegated to an inappropriate role. So, for instance, if you were a child, you were literally chosen as the one who took care of everyone. That could have been a parent, both parents, a sibling, all siblings, whatever the case may be. This is the way that you were constrained into a role for the protection of others without regard for the resources and the support you needed to develop into your own potential. It can also be that your potential was already described or defined by others, so that you were tracked into a profession, a trade, an avocation, or a lifestyle that was assumed to be an advancement or a continuation of the family, a family tradition. Both of those things were challenging because you had to fit your unique personality into that role. And there were many ways in which you found that fitting in challenging. And so you suffered sometimes in your definition by others as being not smart enough, not strong enough, not being enough to do what it was, not only that was assigned to you, but what you were hoping to evolve within yourself. So this is really about facing that internal critic, that critical voice, that critical parent that was never found you acceptable enough. So this is a challenging process, Virgo, but this reading is not going to resonate for everyone. It's a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And welcome to all of you. I appreciate the time you're taking with me. I have pulled a Yogic Path Oracle card, and I'm going to look at the area where this experience is most impacting you. And it appears as though the area of your higher self, your expanded presence, your ability to teach, to learn across cultures, across the globe, internationally, at higher education, your ability to envision yourself fully experiencing the potential of that is still being somewhat blocked by personal, internal fears that are blocking your way. And so I pulled the card Kali, the beautiful god Kali, and I'm going to read one aspect of this card. Look in the mirror. What is it that you're afraid to see? We all have parts of us that are less than perfect, but they can only be brought into the light through acknowledgement. Recognize these shadows, why they came to be, the purpose they once had, and how they are no longer needed. Write down the limiting beliefs you're holding on to that are preventing you from reaching your higher truth and burn them into flames. Shake your body, scream, clear your house, let go of stale relationships, practice self-pleasure. Free the parts of you that have been suppressed and step into your wild nature to experience Kali's enlightenment. At the end of the reading, I will read the upright interpretation of this card. For now, we're going to proceed with your overall energy, the way you are seen in your social context, be that a community, a job, the world, in some cases, the Nine of Wands shows your utter determination. The Virgo I'm looking at has never stopped reaching for that a full heart's expression, that full creative expression of who they are. And this really does feel as though 9 is repeating the number of the house that the full moon is illuminating in Taurus. So you haven't given up. Even as you face your limiting beliefs, the way in which you have managed to cope with a sense of inadequacy or not quite knowing enough, you have not given up. You're wounded, but you continue. And this is a beautiful trait that feels like you are building upon successes you've already gained. In the first house, the moon card is about this opening up to face those shadows. And this may be pervading your mundane, your daily life through an experience of your dreams. For some of you, it is a conscious desire to develop your meditation, your sacred stillness, the place where you allow your body to and your soul to speak to you without distraction. But this also goes to a fearlessness with which you are looking at things about yourself, particularly behavior patterns in which your progress, your experience of abundance, of success has been limited by your own fears, the things that hold you back. This is a wonderful time to journal about your dreams. If they are a portal for you, they are useful as tools to answer questions you may have, meet your guides, ask for the specific assistance that you need, the confirmation or the verification that is maybe difficult for you to receive in your waking meditations, the sense that you are on the right path for you. In the fourth house, the Three of Cups in your home, your family, your foundation is describing your absolute celebration and recognition of the phenomenal support that you have. This can be a family. This can be certainly the family of origin that is there to celebrate you. This can be friends. This can be distant friends or partners with whom you still have a deep soul bond. This is not just about celebrating the happy moments at all. This is about the ability to experience your entire range of feelings in a safe way, in dialogue with others who are able to hear you, see you, and reflect back to you the lessons that you're gaining from your experiences and your release of feelings and emotions. For many Virgos, this is not a comfortable place. But with Mercury, your ruler, having recently re-entered Aries as part of its movement directly over its shadow period, as a result of the retrograde, you are opening up about the way forward. You're opening up about with clarity towards the plans, the way that you want to build upon this phenomenal success foundation that you've already established. And you are recognizing, even if you don't have some of the things you would like, you realize that the love you desire is all around you, supports you, and your recognition and deep connection with that is what brings you this sense of empowerment in a joyful way. In the seventh house of your significant others, the Nine of Swords is describing your release of pain. I almost said final, but that wouldn't be real. That wouldn't be realistic. We live life with all of its experiences, but you're opening up to a new experience of life, which is based on the release of pain and suffering. Your ability to extract lessons from the many unhappy or unsuccessful, failed experiences you've had allows you to actually learn something from those experiences in order to release the feelings that they've engendered and to release those relationships and experiences entirely. This is surrendering to the suffering you've experienced with a sense that it has been meaningful for you, that there have been lessons to learn. And this is actually beautiful energy because as the 9 here and the 9th house, where the new moon is putting all this energy, you are at the end of a cycle. You're at the end of a level or a chapter of lessons. And these have been difficult, but you are opening up. This is a preparation for the opening up that you're about to experience. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle. One's flipped over there. And the golden calcite flipped first, or I saw it first anyway. And the key word is inspiration. I'm inspired in all that I do. I love this, and I'm going to place this above you because the 9s here are indicating those things you once aligned with that are no longer serving you, and those things that you continue, that inspiration, that growth and expansion that you continue to seek. In the 1st house, the moon is clarified by the 5 of Cups. There is such a sadness that has pervaded your exploration into the shadows. And actually, that has been my experience as we delve into our subconscious, as we begin to leverage opportunities to look at those things that have brought us shame, that have been painful or difficult in any way. It is heavy. It is dark. There's a lot of feelings locked into those experiences that must be released, that are weighing you down. And in releasing the feelings, the actual process of that, you are you are draining those experiences of their power over you. By experiencing those feelings, you are releasing them. And in fact, what remains is this much stronger, more deeply connected relationship to yourself and to your potential. This is a kind of clearing the deck for the work that you've been doing and continue to do. In the 4th house, the 3 of Cups is clarified by the Devil card. Not to worry, everyone is getting the Devil card this time around. And I think in terms of our social context, global disintegration of institutions, governments, authorities that we relied on, this is a kind of surrender and a counter to the failing of the status quo for many of us. So for you, you are countering this disillusion, this end of tyranny, of restriction and limitation, with this sense and recognition of all the love that surrounds you, all the love that you need. And it is that you celebrate, not that it's about happy emotions and fun times. To the contrary, actually, you are understanding that your own power of love can trump the failing of institutions and services. In the 7th house, the 9 of Swords is clarified by the 3 of Cups again, and this is beautiful confirmation. So 3399 for any of you that are interested in the numbers. The 3 of Cups again is showing how you are overcoming this release, the surrender of pain, of suffering. It isn't by grabbing on to a new romantic relationship or finding that perfect audience as a result of your bestseller. It is through acknowledging all of the love that surrounds you day to day, the love we often overlook, that friend that was always bonded to us, that always got us, that we haven't seen in a while, but who we occasionally hear from, that reminds us of who we are, reminds us of our values and our principles. There underlies this is a message about your innate desire to serve always. That is a characteristic signature of Virgo. And this is reminding you that you do this out of love. You do this out of joy. You do this as an expression of your gentleness. In the 10th house, the 9 of Wands is clarified by the Warrior of Wands. And this is that eternal energy that although you have continued and been determined, persevering in your pursuit of the inspiration that will motivate you, that does motivate you, the naming of that, the exploration of that, you are, this is coming from your heart. This is coming as an expression of you, not as an expression of the service you provide for others. That is sort of, this is more the icing on the cake or the foundation. You are motivated to service because of your need to express what is in your heart. The service itself can motivate you and re-inspire you. But the inspiration comes out of your own creative imagination, your own need to be expressive, to pursue a vision that has significance to you and obviously to others as well. I'm going to reintroduce the Kali card and read the upright interpretation of Kali, the goddess of destruction, disillusion, and ecstasy. You draw upon Kali when you're in a time of radical rebirth. She is fierce, erratic, untamed, the part of you that you're afraid to give full control because you don't know where it will take you. She will destroy all disillusions and bring you face to face with your darkest shadows, not to cause anguish, but rather from a deep place of love. She demolishes the ego that creates the boundary between you and your highest self. She is the ecstasy experienced in an orgasm, meditation, bold self-expression, or pushing a child out of the womb. Kali comes to you in a time of deep liberation, stepping into the truer form of you. Trust the process and allow yourself to release all limitations so you can become one with the bliss that you are. If you've enjoyed this content, please check out this video here. Leave a comment for me. I'd appreciate that. And until next time, namaste.